Year 10. The movie begins with a haunting montage of a crumbled civilization. 10 years have passed since a catastrophic event, suggested to be a nuclear war or a devastating global famine, wiped out most of humanity. Resources are scarce, and humanity has devolved into savagery, with cannibalistic tribes and rogue survivors dominating the landscape. Jake, the film's protagonist, lives with his father David and his girlfriend Mia in a small fortified shack in the wilderness. Their survival depends on scavenging the remnants of the old world. Mia is gravely ill and relies on a dwindling supply of medicine to survive. Despite their struggles, Jake and his family maintain hope, cherishing their small moments of normalcy. One morning, their fragile peace is shattered when a cannibalistic tribe, led by the ruthless warlord Garrick, attacks their home. Garrick and his gang slaughter David and ransack their supplies, including the precious medicine for Mia. In a cruel act of mercy, Garrick spares Jake and Mia, taunting them with their helplessness before leaving. The devastating loss of his father leaves Jake broken, but Mia's worsening condition forces him into action. Driven by grief and love, Jake vows to retrieve the stolen supplies and exact revenge on Garrick. Jake embarks on a perilous journey into the wasteland, a barren and treacherous landscape filled with danger. The film vividly depicts the desolation, with long shots of abandoned cities, decaying forests, and eerily silent ruins. Jake encounters other survivors, most of whom have resorted to violence and deception to stay alive. In one tense sequence, Jake is lured into an ambush by a seemingly friendly survivor. He narrowly escapes, but the encounter leaves him shaken. Days without food and water push Jake to the brink. He begins to hallucinate, seeing visions of his father encouraging him to stay strong. Jake faces natural threats, including a pack of wild dogs and a powerful storm. These scenes emphasize the unforgiving nature of the world he now inhabits. Jake eventually tracks Garrick's tribe to a ruined industrial complex. The tribe is portrayed as monstrous yet eerily human, with a disturbing scene of a feast that highlights their desperation and savagery. Jake infiltrates the compound, relying on stealth and resourcefulness. Jake sneaks into the compound under the cover of darkness. The tension is palpable as he moves through the shadows, narrowly avoiding detection. Jake locates the stolen supplies, including the medicine for Mia, but the noise of the escape alerts the tribe. The final confrontation between Jake and Garrick is intense and brutal. Garrick taunts Jake, belittling his efforts and mocking his loss. The fight is raw, with Jake relying on sheer willpower and cunning to overcome the physically stronger Garrick. Jake ultimately kills Garrick, but the victory is bittersweet. The cost of the journey weighs heavily on him, and he realizes the line between survival and savagery is thin. Jake rushes back to Mia, fueled by the hope of saving her life. He arrives just in time to administer the medicine, collapsing from exhaustion as Mia stirs awake. Their reunion is emotional and tender, a rare moment of solace in the bleak world they inhabit. The final scenes show Jake and Mia leaving the shack, determined to find a rumored safe haven. As they walk into the horizon, the camera lingers on the desolate landscape, hinting that their struggles are far from over. A shadow in the distance suggests that Garrick's tribe may not be entirely gone, leaving the audience with a mix of hope and foreboding.